You can imagine these two ladies now are giving it to themselves back to back. Oh, this one is for Obi, this one is maybe it's not for Obi, for any other person, but she's categorically saying that why Obi will not win because of the attitude of the Igbo. Let's hear their conversations, then we'll come with our thoughts.
Obi will win. There are dozens of reasons why Obi cannot win. Number one, the way you Igbos are pushing this man, you are making it, you people are the real tribalistic bigots. Once you tell them that your preference is not Peter Obi, they don't even want to know if it is Atiku you are supporting or Omoyele Sowore or another candidate. They just believe, oh, you are a tribalistic person because probably you are Yoruba. Igbos go on social media, write all sort of nonsense about the Yoruba tribe. You think me, as a bona fide Yoruba person, I will read those things and I will now say in my current sense, it is Obi that I want to vote. When a Yoruba person does not support Obi, you are tribalistic. But they are not tribalistic for being pushing their own candidates, their own son, on all Nigerians. But this is the person you must vote. Don't forget they sold Buhari to you people. They are also painting Obi for you now as a messiah. Go on Naira Land, go and read about his tenure, 8 years tenure in Anambra. He no do shishi, but he wants to rule Nigeria. They are pushing the propaganda. You need to understand the media is controlled. The earlier you understand this shit, the better for you. They sold Buhari to you people. Who was the cause of all this nonsense we are facing now? They are now pushing another agenda for you. Go and vote him. And I will explain a lot of reasons why he cannot win. This is part 1. Wait for part 2.
Yoruba for a reason. Yoruba, we are ready for you people 101%. Gone are those days when you people were in charge of media. When una use media, push lies against the Igbos. You see right now, we are all out. Hey, I don't think you people know how prepared we are. If they tell Yoruba today, say it will go match them man to man, woman to woman for media, they will not accept. They will not agree. But we are fully ready for you people. Yoruba, let me say it again. Yoruba eats tribalism and drink bigotry. As far as Yoruba is concerned, it does not matter the person. Like, it doesn't matter the type of suffer or the person who inflicts suffering on them. As far as it's their tribal man, they don't mind. Give them a cup of water, pia. Let their tribal person put water, pia, for their water. They will drink it. But when somebody, a neutral man, will not be their tribal man, give them a cup of wine, a good life, Yoruba no go drink them. They prefer the one that carry otapia. You know why? Because Yoruba baits tribalism and eats bigotry. Without tribalism, Yoruba will not strive. I'm sorry to the good Yorubas. This might offend. But Yoruba don't come out in full force. And we have decided not to relent anymore. Our docility in the media is the reason why Yoruba was pushing propaganda. And that thing affected our people up till date. And we say no to that. Let me come to the video. Olabisi say the reason why P2P cannot be the president or the reason why P2P will not win. Olabisi, will you believe that P2P won 2023 general election? If I tell you that, will you accept? You will not, right? Because you have embraced criminality. You encourage crime. That is why even on Oba, Yoruba Oba, they're for jail because of corruption. Yoruba children, is it not something surprising? Oh, some people will be surprised while others will not. That 45 Yoruba children still there inside the bush as I speak. While other people were celebrating Children's Day with their children, these children are still in the bushes, courtesy of Fulani terrorists. They went to their school, adopted them and their teachers. I did not say children. You know, when they say children, they say 18 years. These children are between the ages of 6, 5, 4, 7. Maybe the biggest of them will be 9 years. Little children. You get a child for your house. You have children. You know what it takes to take care of little children. Even in your house, it's not easy. Let alone leaving them inside the bush under rain and sun. And the so-called Yoruba president, up till now, it's over 2 weeks, is not saying anything about their release. The wife of the so-called Yoruba president, the wife of the so-called president, Tinubu, up till now, as I speak, never made a comment. She even wished the wife of Olu of Warri happy birthday. While the whole thing is still, like everybody is discussing why 45 children will still be inside the bush and the country is still where it is. Like everybody is moving around about their business without shutting down the country. The wife of Tinubu, the pastor of Redeemed Christian Church of God, is wishing somebody happy birthday on her Twitter handle. But Yoruba is not concerned about their children where they're for bush. Yoruba is not worried about their teachers who still there inside thick forest or your forest. They are telling you the reason why P2P will not be president of Nigeria. That is their level of tribalism and bigotry. You see why I know they pity them sometimes? Any day when they share Nigeria, Yoruba and the Fulani should have their country. Because I think they have something in common. They share a whole lot of things in common. How can you explain to me, please? How do I explain to a 5 years, not 15 years old child that Yoruba claim to be one of the educated tribe in Nigeria, and this is their reasoning in 2026? Now, like this, they think. Right now, no, they are not discussing about their 45 children. No, that one is not important. They are telling you why Peter Obi will not be the president of Nigeria, why he cannot win. There is something she said in this video I want to correct. I tell them, say, this media now, hey, now what for you? Now who gets strength? Oh? You have to have energy because we are all out. We will not allow Yoruba to use media to continue pushing propaganda against our people. Oh, they come from media, can't insult us. Igbo. Who started tribalism in Nigeria? Awolowo. Who is Awolowo? He's one of a prominent man in Yoruba land. The man that caused the genocide in Southeast in 1967 to 1970. He's the man that started tribalism and bigotry in Nigeria. He doesn't believe in Nigeria. Go around the country. Go around Nigeria. If you see an Igbo man, go and check with 2 or 3 Igbo men. They sabi speak Yoruba. They sabi speak Hausa. Igbo people sabi speak Fulani Fufude. They sabi speak all the languages in Nigeria. Ask Yoruba. Mention how many Yorubas sabi speak Igbo, Hausa. Just the way Igbos can easily speak all the languages. Tell me 2 or 3 Yorubas where you match that particular talent. Yeah, let me call it talent. How many Yorubas can comfortably speak the whole language where they for Nigeria without shaking? They will speak it very clean. But Yoruba, they tell you, say, now you be tribalistic, can be bigotry man or woman, whatever rubbish they call it. Now, do you hear what she said in this video? That they sold, that was how they packaged Muhammad Buhari. The way when they take package to Peter Obi now so they take sell Buhari to us. Ask Yoruba who sold Buhari to Nigerians. Who sold Buhari to Nigerians? Yoruba. But you see what they want to do. Oh, that was how they sold Buhari to us. Yoruba. Who sold Muhammad Buhari to Nigerians? Who painted Buhari as a saint? Mr. Integrity. Now what they call him? Oh, anti-corruption. Oh, Buhari is not corrupt. He have integrity. Oh, he will make Nigeria to be like Dubai. Oh, 1 naira to $1. Is it okay? We will make fuel to be 10 naira per liter. This is what they tell Buhari. Now Yoruba sell Buhari give Nigerians. Go and check the election results for 2015 in Yoruba region. Tinubu collaborated with Buhari. If you finish, I take over. And that was exactly what played out. Once you finish, I take over. I will go and sell you to my people. They will accept you to hook, line, and sinker without asking questions. They don't do research. Muhammad Buhari will be military president for 1983. When Buhari was president in 1983, he destroyed Nigeria the way he destroyed Nigeria. Now, Yoruba is trying to tell us that they want to sell bit to us the way they sold Muhammad Buhari that destroyed Nigeria. And he wants to exonerate her people and Tinubu that sold Buhari to Nigerians. You see how uncanny. You see how devilish and evil that tribe they call Yoruba is. It's a simple question. Who sold Muhammad Buhari to Nigerians? Yoruba and Tinubu. And the so-called educated tribe, one of the educated tribe of which I'm still doubting, Yoruba cannot have this mentality in 2026. And you will tell me that they are the most educated or one of the most educated tribe in Nigeria. I think we don't debunk that long time. They can't be the most educated tribe with this type of mindset. Propaganda because of media. They use media, write everything good for themselves. While we're investing in business, they're investing in media. And they use and tell lies. Once you hear propaganda, just carry Yoruba for your head. They are the chief protagonists of propaganda. They are the chief catalyst of Muhammad Buhari coming into Nigeria as the president of Nigeria that destroyed it for 8 years. Now, they tell you, that was how they packaged Buhari, that was how they sold Buhari, and she don't want to mention her brother that sold Buhari to them. To them, we don't get reasoning, we don't they think for themselves. What is the difference between Yoruba and Fulani? Just tell me. The people that they can bring somebody to you and start selling the person. Oh, Muhammad Buhari is anti-corrupt man, Mr. Integrity. Oh, he'll have only 2 cows. He's only 2 cows. He's living in a mud house. Once he come, he will come in security. Once Buhari come, oh, Buhari, he will fight corruption to the teeth. Una no Buhari. Oh, he's Mr. Integrity. Now, Yoruba sell Buhari to us as Mr. Integrity. We refuse to buy. My region, you refuse to buy because you don't tell us what to do. But Yoruba bought Buhari. Tinubu sold Buhari to them. They bought. He destroyed Nigeria, and they are now coming to tell us, oh, that was how they sold Buhari to us. That is how hypocritical they are. Uncanny birds. We are ready for Yoruba. As far as media is concerned. Una ready? I hope you people are go start to gather una strength because it is going to be media for media. See your children there for bush, Fulani don't run una over. You can never ever see them saying, oh, no, Fulani cannot continue. But Yoruba is more concerned about an innocent Igbo man selling goose in his shop than a Fulani that adopted their children, 45 of them. They are still inside the bush as I speak. They have not even rescued 1, not to talk of 2. But every day, then they put camera. Every day, these people that drink and eat bigotry. You people are so bigoted to a fault. The condition of Nigeria not the border on how Obi cannot win, how Obi cannot win. Obi no win, Obi no win. But are you people not shameless? In 2026, your people are living life. A miserable life of Alamajiri. That is why I say there is nothing different between you Yorubas and the Fulanis in the north. Nothing. You have a lot in common. The day they divide Nigeria, Yoruba and Fulani must have one country of their own. You can't share a country with people. That's why Nigeria is burning. Like, Nigeria is not a safe place to live as I speak. The easiest place for you to buy now Nigeria. Like, now Nigeria. And these people are still mounting camera, telling you how Peter Obi cannot be the president of Nigeria without them elaborating how the so-called Yoruba presidents have destroyed their lives and livelihood, including their properties, to the extent that, my brothers and sisters, in this dispensation, we are discussing that little children, 2 years old, 1 year old, 6 months old, therefore inside bush, courtesy of Fulani terrorists. Yoruba, you people are bigots. If Nigeria is a country, I should not be sharing country. I should not be sharing a nation. I should not be sharing a space with any of you. That is how bigoted you people are. Now, start. You people should know by now that I don't think an average Igbo man will leave his business and be engaging in bigotry. Now, mama, papa teach you now waiting to be bigot. Omo Igbo. And that was how we started our own. Oh, one. You people started it. They started it. Don't allow them to gaslight you. They started bigotry. They don't believe in Nigeria. Now only you believe in Nigeria, Igbo. So no, I believe in one Nigeria. They don't believe that. Now only you they practice, and you might not believe it theoretically, but practically, an average Igbo man see everybody as one. Look at the level of gaslight. I want you people to just check the trajectory of things from 1999 when Nigeria entered our fourth republic. When Obasanjo was Nigeria president as a Yoruba man, Osinbajo did vice president. These people have been taking turns in becoming president and vice president respectively, and nobody is complaining. In 2023, we decided to bring one Igbo man out, and all hell went loose. All hell went loose. And Yoruba say no, it is going to be between us and Fulani. Now, if Fulani do president, we go do vice. If Yoruba do president, Fulani go do vice. What manner of rubbish is that? Fulani that have ravaged Nigeria with insecurity is the same people Yoruba is going collaborating with. Yoruba is forming alliance with. Do you see that you shouldn't share a country with Yoruba? Fulani don't destroy Nigeria. I want to tell you something. If Igbo people are doing quarter of what Fulani they do for Nigeria, Yoruba will tell you that we cannot stay again. Yoruba will start protest. The reason why you see everywhere is coming is because it's their Fulani friend. Fulani can hide them. Fulani can displace them. Fulani can do this. Fulani can adopt their little children, even the one waiting for womb. But somehow, an Igbo man should not be allowed to breathe because one useless smelling thing, we call themselves Yoruba, they are part of Nigeria. Do you know that you are the ones that introduced this politics of hatred in Nigeria? Yoruba did. Yoruba did. Oh my God. Go to the streets of Lagos or Ogun State and interview them. Who are you voting in the next election? Who just asked them? We are going to vote because Tinubu is a Yoruba man. That's all. That's all. The woman of poverty don't finish her, but she will vote because of tribe. If we are voting because of tribe, we will not vote for Obasanjo. Yoruba. If we are voting because of tribe, we will not vote for Yaradua. Go and check the people where we don't vote for. Check their economic policies and check how it has helped the lives of Nigerians, or more like improved the welfare of Nigerians, and check the ones where Yoruba support. Then you will pour speech to these people. Check the people where you support as Igbo. Check the people where Yoruba don't support as Yoruba. Then you understand where the problem of Nigeria is emanating from. Look at them. They are trying to tell you, you will insult Yoruba, finish. We will insult you people. You people deserve more than insult. You know Nigeria. So if you don't vote somebody that is competent with character capacity, is it going to affect me? No, now you go to shout a bimpa. Hello? You will continue shouting a bimpa. You will continue crying. No, be on our children they adopt now. You think they are going to leave you? You think Fulani is done with you? They are just getting started. Fulani is getting started. There are a series of videos where Fulani don't pursue una states. Ogun State, Ekiti State, Kwara, especially the dominated parts in Kwara State, the Yoruba dominated region in Kwara. Fulani don't chase all of them away. Now you will chase una. Now you will pursue una. Who is begging you to vote for P2B? Nobody is begging you. As far as Nigeria is concerned, P2B remains the best governor Nigeria has ever produced. It doesn't matter your propaganda against him, he will not fly. He remains the best governor. Tinubu did well in Lagos, and Lagos. He did well in Lagos, but Lagos doesn't have pipe water. With all the IGR, all the this one that they generate, Lagos is more like Lagos is a slum, it's a mega slum. It's a mega slum. There is nothing interesting in the state Tinubu governed for 8 years and still putting his puppets to continue running the government and nothing to show for it. Lagos where they shit for road. Lagos where you go everywhere go they smell. You can't even drink ice cream. You cannot lick ice cream on the major road of Lagos because everywhere is smelling. And that's the place Tinubu governed for 8 years. We are not begging you to vote for P2B. It's your choice. Not the democracy, the so-called democracy of autocrats. That can be you. You are not practicing democracy in Nigeria. But it's supposed to be Ochichi Onyekuche. Right? Vote who you want to vote. I vote who I want to vote. Why is it that if I want to vote my choice in Lagos, you will be pursuing, you tell them, no, don't allow them to vote. Once they're Igbo, don't allow them to vote. We understand that Yorubas are seriously suffering, but they don't know what to do. They don't know how to help their painful situation. They will have to continue wearing that emblem of tribalism and bigotry. And that's how they want to use it to vote for Tinubu again, and we don't care. Hello, Yoruba? We do not give an F about your decision. Now, when I go suffer, now we they suffer. Yes, everybody they suffer, but you people are getting part of the. Una own suffer be like saying 80%. More like Tinubu became president for you people to suffer. Like now, turn to suffer. If it's not your turn to suffer, Tinubu not gonna give your mama 2 sachets of macaroni, 2 sachets of Abiola milk. Are you not seeing how Tinubu is ridiculing you people? He is the president, but you don't have pipe and water. He is the president, Yoruba president, but your children there for bush. I'm not mocking them. I'm not mocking your children. I feel sad. I don't feel happy about it. But you people are so shameless, and you people are a disgrace of what a tribe that claimed to be one of the most educated tribes in Nigeria should be. You people are Yoruba. You are a disgrace to what educated people stand for. Read my lips again. Yoruba, you are a disgrace to what educated tribe stand for. It's a shame to call you people educated when you are reasoning like this in 2026, in this dispensation. This is not 1980. This is not 1920. 2026. And on a sticker bigotry for head. You see that? So, they are trying to tell you that they sold Buhari to them. That was how they sold Buhari. But he don't want to tell you that Tinubu, his brother, sold Muhammad Buhari to them. He said them. Who are them? Ask them. Who are them? Who be them? Them don't get name. Them is Yoruba and Tinubu. Because they are cheap. Yoruba people are cheap. That is how they can sell somebody. You don't ask questions. You don't do research. They sold Buhari to you and you accepted him. And you want to come and gaslight me on a craze. Come on, get out. Don't vote for P2B. I'm still calling for the release. Let them release on our children. Because you guys are empty. Let them release Yoruba children wasted there inside bush.
I saw this Yoruba guest post some time ago. Just wiped it off. I think when she said they push Buhari to us. Who pushed Buhari? Is it the Igbos that pushed Buhari or Tinubu that pushed Buhari? I don't understand. And like I've always said, these days it's going to be so. Thank God for social media. It's going to be tough. Because any propaganda from anywhere, and I've always told people that nobody can just bring lies to internet and you think it will just slide. It won't slide because people will resist it and bust it if really those things are lies. Obi did not do anything in 8 years. That is to tell you that you are really you don't even know what you are ignorant of what you are saying. Obi did not do it. Like seriously, the same way you will be telling people that Obi went to go and save money in his account and all of that, all those nonsense, and people don't even want to verify. That's why the man is always saying, go and verify. Somebody said one day, a time will come that Alesoti will want to vie for one national position. All the things that he's doing now, they will tell you he did nothing. They will tell you he did nothing. And like this Igbo guy is saying that a lady, that they are going to match them social media with social media, that all those propaganda and what have you, and that's why a lot of them didn't want to. A lot of all these politicians didn't want this social media to gain ground. They would want a situation whereby they will just scrap it, but it's not going to be easy because it's also helpful to them. Some people always start something, and when other people want to give them back, they will forget that they started this whole thing, and that is exactly what is happening. One thing I would like to say is that as many who are pushing for the betterment of this country, because a lot of people have lost, it's not everybody that has that strength to be fighting and all of that, but you still have to fight because the policies and the decisions made by these politicians are affecting everybody, whether you support them or not. And one thing again, the obedience that you guys talk about, they are not talking from the angle of a tribalism, that it is our turn, it is our people. No, they are talking from the angle that it has to be Obi because the decision that is being made today for those who supported this government's APC, it is not only APC people that are suffering. People who did not support, it's painful. It's not as if they don't know the antecedents of this Tinubu. Go and check. Of course, they will call them Omale Yoruba. Go and check Dele Farotimi, check the likes of Rufai Hussein, check the likes of the late Onabanjo, Bawade Banjo, or what they know about Tinubu. Why did Tinubu not win in Lagos with all the intimidation by Agberos, market women to come for the what is it called, for rally in 2023? Why did he not win? Somebody who has been in charge of Lagos for how many decades? So they know this thing, but you come. The reason why people are like, okay, we have tried this Tinubu. We told you that Peter Obi will be able to do it. No, you didn't agree. You said Tinubu, or Tinubu just, I don't know, whichever way. And we can see the result of this whole thing. The people who did not support Tinubu, are they the only ones suffering this whole thing? And that is the angle a lot of people are coming from. And thank God a lot of Yoruba are saying it. A lot of Yoruba are saying it. This is no matter whether they have even said it, whether you are Igbo, whether you are Igbo or whatever, or you are Yoruba or anybody. If you want to buy bread, they know they use a card carrying member of a particular party to go and get anything. You want to get fuel, everything. You can't go to the hospital and say, oh, I'm a card carrying member of a Labour Party or NDC, ADC or APC or PDP. No. Everybody is feeling this, and that is the angle the people who call themselves obedience, that is the angle they come from. Not because no, it is our turn. No, who cares? And a lot of people, a lot of Igbos have come out times without number saying that bring Oju Zokalo, bring Oshibajo, come and see who they are going to vote for. But that would not be the case in most of Yorubas. I say most because not all of them. That will not be the case. That is when they will not begin to tell you proverb. Omo eni ole se di bebere kafi leke si di edlomi. Even Tinubu said down the talk, say even ti di omo yen ba gan jo gan e fi leke yen síbẹ̀. Like seriously? What kind of gaslighting is that? So unfortunate.